Hey guys, welcome to the big one. It is here finally, the 2046 World Cup here in Egypt, and the first game here for the team USA is going to be against Senegal. Now, we're going to get into this game in a few minutes time, but first we're going to go over a few more things. Obviously, I just want to recap things so that we're completely up to date. If you want to just watch the match, then of course skip ahead to maybe the sort of 4 or 5 minute mark. But if you just want to, if you want to update yourself, stick around. So before we get on to the team and so on, I will just update you firstly on how the World Cup has progressed so far. So, in fact, we'll go from matches. That would be easier. Let's go from here. So the first opening game then, for some reason the game doesn't realise that the hosts play first, but whatever. It's Russia versus Chile. Russia won. Simple as that, really. Osvaldo Teo, remember him from Dortmund? Yep, he's now sold on to Benfica for £15.5 million. So they've made a handy profit there. And then the holders, Italy, got held, I guess, by the Japanese, which was a bit of a shocker. Really, I was expecting Italy to absolutely walk over Japan, but yeah, they're not too bad. They're only 5 places below us. Then the next day, we had a very simple win. There's one of the best players or one of the best defenders I've ever had, especially considering his age. Vitomir Zovko, absolutely unbelievably good player, scored his first goal for Germany. Still only 24, has 50 appearances, and has been Dortmund all his life. Got that 250 appearances nearly. He's not even 25, and of course the wonderfully named Mohamed. They got a 2-0 victory for Paraguay. Quite a interesting game here with Nigeria-Iran. Last minute equaliser for the Nigerians there. And then Park Jong-duk scoring a hat-trick for South Korea as they beat Cameroon 3-2. And yesterday, England have actually not won a World Cup. If I just go show the history, incidentally, this is how the World Cup has panned out. So if history is anything to go by, Spain are going to win the next World Cup. And to be honest, a lot of people would have them down. Then Belgium managed to do a double, and I think this is absolutely, well, not to a T what will happen, but I can honestly see Belgium winning a World Cup sometime in the future. They have got a golden generation coming up, and I'm really, really interested to see how they go, because they have got some absolute gems, as we all know. Then a surprise package of Croatia actually round 2026. That was, of course, when he had their supposed golden generation. Obviously, these were sort of that was sort of half of the 2028 was full of regen, or half regens, half real players. That was pretty much all real players, though, with maybe 1 or 2 regens that are in there. But that was pretty much all regen at this point. And then Spain continued to do the double. Germany winning the World Cup for the first time. Well, winning the World Cup, for the first time as a unified Germany. And the last one, of course, was Italy winning the World Cup there. So this one's in Egypt, as I say. They have yet to play, but we'll get to that in a moment. They're going to be playing, I think, on the same day as us against Iraq. Wonder if Iraq will still be a nation come 2046. But yeah, England, they started in typical England fashion by cocking everything up. I'm sure they went in with much hope. The media probably doing its best to throw off the players as much as possible, and that may have been what happened here, because as you can see, they went up 3-0 after 34 minutes and then proceeded to throw it all away. With Contos there scoring a 84th minute equaliser. Then a really good tussle there between Mexico and Spain, with the Spanish succeeding. And finally Uruguay defeating Australia, and now we come to this. And obviously there's the former champions Belgium going up against Sweden, and they lost. I love how similar their flags are. That really, I can't imagine that would go down too well if either one of these countries ever hosted the World Cup. But moving on, anyway, our warm-up games actually went quite well. I played this Luxembourg game, and let's ignore that. We conceded to Luxembourg. No, never mind. But we actually did a lot better. I will admit I instant resulted these, but that's because I generally don't play friendlies. I don't see much of the point in them. Obviously, there is a point to them. It's just not playing them, if you know what I mean, like actually taking them very seriously. But we did well, and we went through undefeated through the sort of pre-tournament, if you will. 1-1 draw here with Russia, 2-2 with Paraguay, and see the goal scorers there, and actually beat Sweden there, who beat Belgium there, but we managed to beat them 4-2, which was good. So a good preparation. And this one now is the really interesting game, because Brazil Of course, are ranked second in the world, and Croatia, who are ranked like 12th or something. So this one is the game. If we get a good start here, anything can happen. Absolutely anything. Let's see. So let's just show you the world ranking as well. They are 17th currently, so they're not a million miles behind us. We're 30th, as you can see there. It's not too far away, I guess. Then you got Croatia. Actually, they're 9th. Wow. So it gets gradually. Well, then again, we got Spain second, haven't we? But yeah, there's obviously Nigeria there as well. That could have been. We've missed out on a few potentially awkward teams as well. But Croatia, maybe winnable, maybe. But that's the last one, obviously. Firstly, we've got to play Senegal. Now, the last thing I want to do just before we go to the game is just show you the club leagues very, very quickly. I'm not going to go on these for too long. But the Premier League, Man City won the title. Whatever. Tottenham finishing in 4th ahead of Chelsea, United, and Brighton. Spain, Real Madrid won by 1 goal ahead of Barcelona. That is one of the tightest league finishes I've ever seen on Football Manager, and I'm not just talking about my own save. I'm talking through anyone's save, and I've seen some tight, posts, if you will, on like FM Base, FM Scout, the Football Manager subreddit. But that takes the cake. That is unreal. Any one of those teams, any of the top 4 could have won there. God forbid the last day. What happened on the last day? Wow, held. Strange. Anyway, yeah, sorry. And the USA, well, that's just the USA. It's halfway through its season. It doesn't really mean much. Europe-wise, the Champions League winners were Manchester City. They actually beat, believe it or not, Espanyol. Yes, they are one of the big clubs now, as you saw there. But I don't think they finished in the top. Where did they finish? I think they finished in the top 4, did they? No, they finished 5th. That was their only route of getting into it. Yeah, so City have won for what? Well, they've done a double. I think because Chelsea won the 2 cups, incidentally. I checked that previously. David Astori, one of the best managers on the game. Very, very, very good manager. How many titles have they won now? That's 4 Champions Leagues and 13 Premier Leagues. Incidentally, the record holders are, well, it's joint. It should say Liverpool and Man United. We've both won it 26 times, because if we look here, I know, I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but they also have won the Premier League 26 times. It just decides to show Liverpool for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe it's because we've had more second places or something. But yeah, that is basically that. So I just wanted to show you that one very quickly. Now, we move on to the game then. So this is the big one. Versus Senegal. Opening start. That doesn't make any sense. Opening start. The opening game. And obviously they've got their strike force of Bar and Bar. Sure, please tell me they don't share the same name, the first name as well. There's Malik Bar, who plays for PSG. That's a bit, oh dear, I don't like the sound of that. And the Zulu Bar is Lamine Bar. And God, I was going to say, please don't have the same first name. Imagine that. We've also got, just noticed, we've also got Ndai and Ndai. just the apostrophe there. Oh dear, that's funny. So basically, our team, we've got Meredith on the left, Savage and Manuel Zeno up front, looking for to the big players to start to really push the weight. Manuel Zeno's got to have a good tournament. David Morgan, Manganello just gets ahead of Bradley. Both there's 3 centre midfielders who could easily all walk into this team, but obviously can only have 2 centre midfielders for the formation that they use. Jimenez gets ahead of Stuart Brown, who incidentally is going to be retiring. Actually, for that, I will show you his whole squad, since obviously it actually matters now. The number 1 goalkeeper is going to be Kamar Papaleo, who is 22, 3.5 stars, ahead of Danny Burrell, who admittedly is also the same, but he is 37 and was, of course, the captain before I came, and he kind of got a bit pissy when I took it off, and I was like, mate, you're 37 or 36 or whatever he was at the time. Sean Brown, he's retiring not just from international football at the end of this World Cup, but also football period. So yeah, he's finished with Werder Bremen. But take a look at these names, get an idea. I'm sure now you've seen in the last few videos, certain players who crop up all the time. Just get an idea of the names. I'm still learning them myself. There's only one I genuinely don't recognise that I brought in at the last minute, was this guy, Dave Bajek or Bayek. But, if we look at potential-wise, obviously, I'm talking about centre midfield, saying, you got Morgan and Bradley, both 5-star, and then Manganello is 4.5-star. So, some really good players in there. Reyes, obviously, I'm talking about this as potential, not ability. Obviously, there's a big difference at the moment, considering the age of some of these players. But that's one thing I do like to do with a team is leave it in good stead. The very very least I can do is leave them in a nice sort of in a nice way, rather than just being like Harry Redknapp or someone who just goes in, destroys the team, and then leaves. I'm not like that at all. But anyway, I've rambled on for way too long. Let's do the game then. So here we go. World Cup 2046 on a blisteringly hot day in Egypt. Hopefully we can get a good start here. I wonder if we'll be like England and have a really good start in 2010 or something, and we just proceed to cock it up as the tournament progresses. Hopefully Papa Leo won't become Robert Green. Right, okay, so here's foul. And wow, good save. Well, good. Certainly won't be Robert Green with that good save. Okay, so they've obviously had a decent start here with a chance. Now here's Manuel Zeno. What can he do here? I should point out the objectives as well. And obviously I've not been given or told objectives to the boardroom. Obviously there's no boardroom here really. But I'm just going to try and take them as far as I can. I don't think I'm going to win. I can't imagine the USA. I think they're going to win the World Cup. But maybe they might do in 2014. They've got an outside chance, I guess. Oh, Hernandez, dear God. Yeah, orbit was an understatement. I think if we could get to the quarters of the semis, I'd be happy. I think the semis would be an absolutely amazing achievement if we could get there. But to be honest, I think looking at this group, I'd be very happy if we just managed to get our way out of this group, because this is a terrifyingly bad. It's not a group of death, because I've already deflected. I've already talked about the group. If you saw in the last video, we saw the Spain, Uruguay, and Mexico group was the group of death, Group D, ironically. And I just felt that I'd rather be in this one as opposed to that into the Group D. Now, obviously, being a drawn alongside Spain or Brazil, it was the lesser of two evils in a way. But we'll see what happens. You never know. Obviously we've got to play Senegal first. Let's just focus on that rather than focusing on Brazil. Anyway, getting forward here. There's an injury. This guy is down. He's not called Guy. He's literally called Guy. Mamar Guy. It's even worse. The Everton player called Magai Gay. It's so old. Guy or something. Is it gay? I don't know. Whatever. I'm hearing all sorts of variations, and when you start bringing variations of names into it, I just get even more confused. I'm terrible with normal pronunciations, never mind alternative pronunciations. Anyway, here's fall or foul. I think I'm going to say it's foul because there's no stupid American accent to change the reflex on the letter. So they're just going to call him foul. So a cagey but interesting start here. We're halfway through the first half and we're still 0-0. But here's Manuel Zeno, and he has just fired us in the lead. 40 goals for the United States of America, and that is 1-0 against the Senegalese. I am very happy right now. That is pretty much ideal. Got him where we want him, but obviously we have to make sure we keep this lead now. But lovely little turn, because there's one thing, trait of mine I'm very much aware of, or at least my teams, is that we kind of struggle to hold on to leads. We don't hold on to them very well. But anyway, we've got another chance here getting forward. Manuel Zeno trying to get into the box again. It's Manuel Zeno still with it. Meredith was at the back post. Good interception there. Very, very close indeed. Barnett on counter-attack. Fender's half asleep. One of the bars, I don't know which one's which. I'm just going to call them both. I'll try and, ignore the... Oh, hang on. Yep, there you go. Whatever. It's Lamine bar. Let's try to ignore the inevitable bar, shall we? Yeah, Jimenez just totally static. And, well, he just hit that right at the goalkeeper. There's not much you can do about that, I guess. Right, Savage, free kick. Oh, off the bar. And Manganello, is that hurt himself? He has. Well, he threw himself out of that, so I'm not going to criticise him too much because he clearly threw himself out. He's injured himself. We'll go back to attacking them. Obviously, I'm being quite cautious at the moment because they are still pretty decent. Right, I'm going to keep on just for this second. Yeah, 3 times I have to click though. Keep them on for this second, and we'll just think about it at half time. Right, 1-1. Okay, Meredith. He is the biggest bottler in the world. He's got good potential. He does well for his club, and then as soon as he comes into the international stage, he absolutely bottles it and just has the worst performances. Right, tactics. I might even take Meredith off. He's been awful. Right, who can we bring on? There's Bennett. He's not. Well, Woods is not fit, so obviously I better imagine you can have all your players as subs, so that's why he's there. He's fit, but I'm not going to bring him on. I think I'd rather have a shite player than a half injured player. 76. I think it might be worth bringing him off just to help him, because I have noticed that if you do make an injured player continue to play on and on, his injury does tend to get worse. And obviously what I mean by that is the length he's out for will obviously will get worse and obviously go further. So we just remember what Bradley. I'm still trying to remember their thing. So let's see. What role? Okay, well, he's DLP. He'll be fine. And he's one of a good DLP. So we'll leave it at that. Let's see what we can do then. Meredith has about 15 or 20 minutes to actually put a bit of an impact on this game, and if nothing, he will come off, and I might bring Bennett or Gonzalez. I think it wasn't even a highlight. Right, what can we do here? Morgan, I thought he was going to swing it in, but now he's going to give it to Bradley, who's played it back all the way to the goalkeeper. Whoa, watch it, Papa Leo. Goodness me, I love that name, man. It's like a nickname. It doesn't sound like a surname at all. Right, what can this idiot do? That's what I get for calling him an idiot. It works every time. Wow, yeah, that's fantastic. John Meredith, I don't know what this defender's doing here. It was a terrible touch, in fairness. It was a terrible touch, but he's continued on, and he's pressed on and actually got right. Savage. Meredith, can he do something again? Oh, what a goal that is! Oh, he's bent that in brilliantly. Oh my days. Check this out. Look at the bend on this. Oh yes, 3-1. Yeah, standards pending. Right, let's make a change. Well, where's that come from? Must have heard me through the speakers or something. We're going to take Savage off for Campbell, because he's 79. Obviously, bear in mind, it is a tournament and the games are played over a very short period of time, so obviously you've got to keep your players fresh. And bear in mind as well, in international football, you don't get the chance to say rest all players. In the little calendar thing, you don't get the opportunity to have rest all players. So what that means is I'm kind of restricted. Always hit the bar, and it's going to hit the corner flag. If there's a goal from this, I'm not going to have it. I'm going to say, right, chance here. Nice ball from Morgan. If Malzino can keep it, which he has. Here's Hernandez. One more would finish it. It's coming out to Bradley. Oh, Traore, good tackle. Not the best touch, though, from Bradley. There's 15 minutes to go here. Surely I have to think we've got this one in the bag. Hopefully I won't regret saying that. Okay, we're going to take off Hernandez, who's on 73. Yes, I'll calm down away, but obviously I want to bring on Bennett as well. So bear in mind, for some reason the game doesn't... When it gets to like June, July, they all of a sudden lose all the match fitness. It's because they haven't played for like 3 weeks. Therefore, they lose every drop of match fitness that they had. Right, we'll play a bit safer. That's not like these long balls. If they get one goal, we can easily crumble. Seen it happen several times. Meredith on a hat trick, of course. We'll keep it at standard for now, since we are 5 minutes away. What chance corner? Yeah, I think we might go defensive now, because you might say that's being negative. It's playing safe. Oh fuck! See what I mean? Oh, good save by Papaleo. Goodness me! I know it's like, well, a 2-goal lead is always dangerous. A 3-0 lead, a 3-goal lead, that's what you want. Well, preferably you want maybe like a 10-goal lead, but obviously in the real world. Well, yeah, there's 3 minutes of normal time left. This is getting quite tense, actually. Bar free header, should have done better. Good save from the goalkeeper. And the highlight continues, apparently. Thank God. Oh, no, we do. Still got 90 seconds or so. Here's Guy. Oh my God, he's gone all the way. See, I told you, I could sense it. I could absolutely sense it. There's going to be a goal. Unlikely to make a difference. Don't you dare say that, commentator. What's the defenders doing? How on earth did they not rob the ball off him? And did that go down as a bar goal? He threw himself at it, like with the diving header. What the Hey, that was strange. Oh God, right, okay, we're into some nerve-wracking tension here. Here's Bennett. Take it to the corner flag. Don't cross it in. Put it to the fucking corner flag. He got away with that. Oh, I tell you what. We need a win. If we can get a win, that would be amazing. Right, here we go. Keep hold of the freaking ball. Yeah, I think that might do it. Manuel Zeno, is he going to shoot or is he going to go to the corner flag? We've done it. John Meredith, well, he was 5.9 at half-time. I was saying things about saying, I was this close to taking him off as well, but we go top of the group. Obviously, Brazil and Croatia will be playing tomorrow. I'll let you see the results of that in a second. Wow. And Iraq beat Egypt. 85th minute winner. Oh, I imagine there will be riots. That's not a reference to the Arab Springs. I literally think there probably would be riots if Iraq were to do that in Egypt's own World Cup. He's out for 2 weeks. Well, we just about beat Senegal there, but John Meredith, inspirational. Well, he has been this close to proving time and time again that he can be a 4-star player, but he's just pushed up there. Goodness me, brilliant. Yes, they can certainly build on victory. So what we're going to do now is fast forward to tomorrow. Obviously, Brazil-Croatia play tomorrow, I would assume. I love how they're still disappointed by the team's performance in the qualifiers. Who gives a shit? We're in the World Cup. Obviously, the next game ends against Brazil in 5 days, but if you look now, as far as I'm aware, look, see, there's no drop-down arrow. You can't rest all players, which is a bit of a shame. Never mind. Let's fast forward. So, as I say, I'll go through here. I think there's usually 3 games on at a time. Yeah, Brazil, Croatia. Preferably you want to draw here because that means you're straight top. Holland, Wales, and Honduras, South Africa. South Africa, as I say, if you saw earlier, they are actually quite good if you looked at the world rankings. So here we go. How are they getting on? I'm not going to attend the game or anything. I don't do that. I've tried to do that before, like attend games to watch them play out. Damn, no draw, and it doesn't work at all. It's rubbish. Well, there's the Brazilian. Yeah, remember him? Is he still at Schalke? He is at Schalke. Otherwise known as Danre. Scoring for Brazil, so that means obviously we are still going to be top because of the goal difference. So Holland 4-3, look at that. Franz Roder, remember him? He's at Udinese now. He played for us at Arsenal, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Fair play. So this is therefore, with obviously the exception of Group H, everyone has played 1 game. So Russia, Italy, top Group A, Germany and Iran, obviously still early days. Top Group B, South Korea and England in C, Uruguay and Spain in Group D, Sweden and Iraq in Group E. We are top due to the fact that we have scored more goals probably, with ahead of Senegal and Croatia, joined by Brazil. South Africa, Holland in Group G, and obviously Group H will play tomorrow. So there we go then, that is episode 1, part 1, whatever you want to call it, of the World Cup in Egypt. Thank you very much for watching. Join me for part 2. It's the big one against Brazil. Surely not. We can't cause one of the biggest upsets of all time. We'll have to find out then. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you then.